Hey everyone, Donald Trump got an acquittal from impeachment. He dodged a bullet. He dodged a political bullet, no question about it. And it remains to be seen just how much damage the attempt by Speaker Pelosi and others to wrest Donald Trump from the seat or the office of the presidency will impact his ability to get reelected. But one thing that Donald Trump has to do, and I say this clinically and analytically, that he has not done, is proven he can lead the entire United States of America. He has gained his office by dividing people, by class, by race, and I might add that racism is a proven mental illness. Keep that in mind. Donald Trump must prove that he has the capacity to bring everyone together. In the hours after his State of the Union address, he has proven that he is not interested in doing that. And not only that, it'd be one thing to make a snide remark or maybe a comment or something, but Trump went beyond that. He used a bad word that you don't want your kids to hear, let alone use around the house. He behaved boorishly. He went to a prayer breakfast, commonly the national prayer breakfast, commonly a place where bipartisanship, we've had so little of it, I can't say it is the watchword. Not be that, and instead he openly attacked the sitting Speaker of the House who was present at the event. Donald Trump must stop making the office of the presidency about him as opposed to about the country. What I fear he's trying to do and thinks he can do is operate something close to an authoritarian government. It's a frightening attempt. And where he could take the country if he continues is a course that we have not embarked on in our lives ever in the history of the United States. I argue that, this is a momentary aside, but it's related, that the reliance of billions of people around the world and millions in the United States in using social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter exclusively, rather than in the past we had blogs and many different types of social media options, is dangerous because it mentally prepares us to be led by a dictator. Why? Because with Facebook, hey, look, there's no such thing as free speech. Free speech is controlled. Speech is controlled. Interactions are controlled. And for those who choose to participate in that kind of environment at a young age, the idea of being directed by a dictator is surreptitiously planted in your head. You don't know what it means to have your own blog, build your own website, essentially have your own private Idaho, to recall the famous B-52 song that's one of my favorites. That should be of concern to you. So for those going forward, my advice to you is start your own blog. Understand what it means to control your own communicative environment. Get off the idea of having one place to express your viewpoints and show your life. And then you understand what it means to have a truly, from a tech perspective, democratic exchange of ideas in a democratic society. Now back to Trump. In doing so, you will weaken his hold on all of us. He uses Twitter because it's part of his way of being able to reach and say things to you all. And he has Twitter trained, and it would seem Jack Dorsey's scared to corral him for fear of some law that would be passed that would engineer Twitter's stock price and earnings. Jack Dorsey is afraid of Donald Trump as much as Mark Zuckerberg. And they both control gigantic communications devices that many of you are on. Dorsey in particular allows the president to run roughshod on Twitter, consistently violating Twitter rules that are then imposed on other people. Not right, not fair, you say, and I say too, but I also say this. The seeds of authoritarianism are being planted. We cannot allow that. We have to maintain this beautiful democracy we have around which the United States of America has developed. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube. And by the way, in so doing, Donald Trump will be forced to lead America because he will have to appease all voices, not think that he can scare people into submission.